And Sam said, this is why we're going to eat zeros. Hey, what's going on, Evergrow family? How you guys doing? Everything's down a little bit. That's okay. The market likes to move together. But if we keep going along the reoccurring pattern, with each one of these dips, what usually follows is what Evergrow likes to do is spike. You know, there's times where this chart was really small and these looked like huge pumps to us. And then we saw it dip and people would there'd be a lot of FUD and a lot of people that are scared in this time. But we know that at the right times, with the right momentum, Evergrow just shoots up. So we're just waiting for that to happen again, but we have so many huge things coming out. We're trying to see what does the real utility look like. We know that Sam talked about how their utility and what they make off of their utility. He said every penny will be going to buy Evergrow and burn it. And that is massive because all it takes is one of our utilities to do somewhat decent. The huge thing with that is with our buyback and burn mechanism, it's going into a wallet that's waiting. You know, small buys are happening, the auto buyback, and then moonshots happen. But with the utility, it sounds like it'll immediately be used. The profit they make will be immediately used to buy back and burn. Evergrow, which you know that's the percentage that's going to holders, the percentage that's going to the liquidity, and then the percentage that's going to the buyback and burn and marketing. And Sam said, this is why we're going to eat zeros. Sam's a very smart guy. He knows what he's talking about, and he's very determined to make this happen, to become a top 20 crypto. And he said, this is why we're going to eat zeros, because the profit from the utility isn't going into their pockets. It's going to buy Evergrow, which increases the price and it pays the fee. So reward to holders, liquidity, buyback and burn, and marketing. And then it burns those tokens, which decreases the supply, makes all holders' tokens more valuable because there's less in supply, and increases all holders' rewards. This is insane. This is why I tell my dad and my brother, if they think about selling or need money, I tell them, like, unless you really need it, I wouldn't do it. Yes, we have a lot of holders and who have hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars who can keep the price down as they feel like taking their profits. But at the same time, this is just how the basis of every crypto launch works, is you have a launch and the early buyers profit the most because they took the biggest risk of buying when they didn't know how successful the future of the token was going to be. So they become whales and they're able to sell and take their profits. And what we see a lot of the times is that J curve. I've heard people talk about how they think we're at the beginning of that J curve. I still think we have a long ways to go up. Personally, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, but I do think that we will shoot up again. The J curve happens because crypto projects announce a project and then they have a period of time where they're working on their utility. And Sam has talked about how they worked on their utility before they ever launched their project. So we got the NFT, the gaming, and the content creator platform called Creator. With all these things launching that have that huge potential for all their revenue to be going towards buying and burning Evergrow, which is huge for all investors, right? That's not even including the buyback and burn mechanism, but it will be also helping that. That's why every time Sam has an AMA, I'm just like, I can't believe how bullish I am on this project based on what he's saying. But because we have our utility, I wouldn't really, I don't even know if you'd expect much of a J curve. Basically, if we're very close to launching our utility, we will be a J curve without the J. You know, we'll be going up, and we really shouldn't go that far back down before we just start going up with our utility. That's how I see it. I know a lot of people get upset about the price, but it was only less than 2 weeks ago that this was our all-time high, and people don't understand how high up we are, how far we'd have to go down to really be down on this. We're still way up, guys. It's just because Evergrow skyrockets that when we go down, people think that it's not doing great, but in all actuality, it's insane what we're doing. I was looking at the videos that I made, guys, and I made videos on Evergrow, and it cost $60 to $70 when I made that video. If you came from my SafeMan video, you bought Evergrow for $60 to $70, and now we're sitting at close to $1,800 to $1,900 per billion in tokens. Whenever it was only $70 for a billion tokens, now it's about $1,800 per billion in tokens. So everybody who listened to that made a huge profit, and I'm glad I was able to have some kind of positive impact on your life. Yes, I expected it to go up, but I didn't know for sure, and you chose to take a risk and profit off that, so congratulations for everybody who's sitting up high and also making rewards on your BUSD. Evergrow is insane. I honestly really do feel like this project is going to perform so well that the whales will be able to take their profits. If they want to take their profits and leave, that's fine. That's no big deal. And we'll still have room for whales to stay in in it. All holders who are getting in now, I still feel are getting in very early. That's why I don't want my family to sell their Evergrow. I'm like, you have to wait because this could become life-changing money for basically all holders right now. There's apparently a sign. This is a YouTube video, and he saw an Evergrow sign, and that's just awesome for anybody who financed something like that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm down to get together with the community and finance something else like that. But we have a marketing wallet. We just need to start putting it towards more stuff like this. So Evergrow posted yesterday, they said, sadly, the Fudsters are preying on people misunderstanding this. It is complex. Perhaps it wasn't explained well enough on the AMA, for which we apologize. We 100% expect the solution to lead to more rewards. People who think opposite simply don't understand the mechanics. Talking about holding Evergrow and buying Evergrow on exchanges. Don Ellis said, funny how so many people couldn't foresee this is the way it had to be moving to centralized exchanges. Really glad you guys structured it the way you did instead of removing the limiting rewards. And to me, what it sounded like is they have two options. If you buy on an exchange, you can either stake it or you do one extra step to move it to a wallet. And that's when you get your Evergrow. And I kind of was thinking about that, if I understand this correctly. That allows for people to possibly day trade Evergrow. And then if they want to say, hey, I've got a good bag and now I want to pay the fee and get rewards on this bag. It's an interesting thing that could really allow for day trading, which I think is a huge thing when it comes to reward tokens, because it's very hard to work with that. And maybe this workaround will allow for day trading on a token that people can then earn rewards on. And that could just be a genius happening. But either way, he also said that we're probably months out from when these exchanges literally change their infrastructure to actually have all holders of these reward and reflection tokens to participate fully in the ecosystem so that all holders are gaining all rewards. So even though this is a bit of a workaround and it still works very well and will allow for, possible day trading, we're still looking at this being fixed in the future. So guys, don't worry about that. I know some whale said I sold 600,000 as soon as I found that out. I think he just didn't understand. I think he just wanted to sell. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Whales can sell. We can tank the price super low. And I and many other whales and many new holders will see that as a fire sale. Everybody wants to buy on the way up and people don't want to buy when it's down. People don't want to buy when it's new and people don't want to buy when it's down, but those are the most rewarding times. So we have a percentage of Evergrow holders. When we see the price go down, we see that's potential to make a lot of money because we know how high it's going to go up. But that's also the room where there's the most doubt. When it's going down, people are going, oh no, is it over? Is this the end? Is it never going to go back up? And I understand people feeling that way. It's natural to feel like, oh, it's tanking and you're watching your bag go down and you feel like this might be it. But you have to understand that those are the best times to buy. People's thinking needs to be reversed. It's not when something's skyrocketing that is the best time to buy. It's a good time to buy. People were asking me, is this a good time to buy right here? They'd ask me, is this a good time to buy? Am I too late? Is this a good time to buy? Am I too late? And you don't understand that even this, if we skyrocket past this will look like this tiny area right here. And people are saying, is this a good time to buy? Is this a good time to buy? Evergrow said, expect this to sink in over in the coming days, but essentially the exchange arrangement coupled with utility launch will mean those who have paid taxes and are on DEX, decentralized exchanges, Trust, MetaMask, etc., Trust Wallet, MetaMask, will get more rewards. We appreciate many have misunderstood this because it's very complex stuff. It says, 1, it is temporary. 2, all volume created by utilities will pay rewards to those on the decentralized exchange only. So there is huge incentive for anybody on any exchange to pay that fee and to buy into the rewards, right? You're basically paying that fee in order to earn the rewards. It's a great mechanism, actually. All burn from utilities and all coins on centralized exchange excluded from rewards, meaning decentralized exchange holders receive much greater share of rewards. 2 plus 3 equals more rewards on decentralized exchange, not less. So let me say this again. All burn from utilities and all coins on centralized exchanges excluded from rewards. So all tokens that are being held that aren't paying that tax are going to increase the amount of rewards we're getting. That could be a very large number depending on how many of these people who don't make that connection. So either way, it's a huge win, guys. So even if they don't pay the tax, their wallets are not receiving rewards. And because of that, ours are. We could be looking at a huge increase in our rewards, but either way, it is temporary until exchanges change their structure in order to accommodate for rewards. I mean, this is huge, guys. Whoever got upset about that and sold, like, I'm sorry for you that you sold right there. You know what I mean? Evergrow has burned over 17 trillion Evergrow coin since our initial 50% burn. That's around $25 million worth at today's price. The burn will increase once utilities go live. adding further value to everybody's holding, check out this great burn tracker from safemoondave.com. Let me end it on these last three because this is all really huge. Was interviewed today for a big publication where we explained in full detail how the exchanges will work. We have no doubts that once it's fully understood, you'll appreciate just how beneficial this is and why we took our time on this. Should be released tomorrow, which would be today, and I haven't seen that. He says, if people want to panic sell on the eve of utility launches and exchange listings, they can. We made it clear at the AMA we will not be pressured into making bad rush decisions for the sake of a quick price pump. We know what's in the pipeline. The team are very happy with progress, as am I. It's like once you just look at the information, you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be huge. I still feel that way. This is going to be massive. This is going to be life-changing. I still feel that way, and I'm very realistic when I come to my expectations. I don't want to lie to myself, and I don't want to lie to you guys. That doesn't mean that there's a possibility of failure or just not, being successful. Obviously, that's always a possibility, but a realistic expectation is that this is going to explode. It has that potential. So the advantage of dips like this is that the people that were afraid of missing out due to the price pump can now have the opportunity to buy in and invest. This is like Black Friday, but earlier. Take advantage of the price. In a few weeks, you will not see this again. And that's where you find this weird contradiction where people don't want to buy while it's down. They want to buy while it's up, not realizing that the people who make money are the ones who buy while it's down. I get that you don't want to buy at the top of the all-time high and then it never sees that again with certain tokens. That's why you have to look at the project, what they have lined up, what they have coming out, and you can tell where we're going to be. And that's why I look at it and I think our all-time high is going to be completely forgotten about one day, and we're not going to know which all-time high it even was when we look back. It's been a little over a month. It's barely been out, and the huge projects we have lined up, everything we have lined up is really exciting. It's designed for the holders. It's designed for Evergrow. It's not designed technically for the team. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. That helps the algorithm push this out to more and more people. So thank you for doing that, guys. I'll see you guys in the Discord, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.